guys, what's up? This is Soy.
This is Juice.
This is Garrett.
And this is the weekly COMFYCAST. Yeah, as you can tell, we have a new addition this episode. We have Garrett in the house.
It's me.
Garrett
what's up?
in the house
Talk to the mic,
Am
Garrett.
I allowed to swear?
Yeah, sure. I mean, our audience is kind of up there, so I guess it works out really well.
If you don't want me to swear, I'll try to rein it in.
You might have to talk like towards here.
If you don't want me to swear, I'll rein it in.
Ran it in?
Rein it in. Rain. Horse reins.
Oh, right, true, like Santa Claus.
Yeah,
Reindeers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. So today we've decided to bring 5 topics each so that it's not, I guess,
Completely
awkward silence or random.
It's still pretty awkward.
And then Garrett, what did you think about the 5 topics?
Dogs and cell phones.
Like dogs using cell phones? Or?
Sure.
That's the topic of discussion for you?
That's one of them,
That's
yeah.
like a pretty good one.
I think it's pretty deep. I don't know if our audience can handle that one.
My dog doesn't use a cell phone. I think that if he did use a cell phone, though, it would be Verizon.
Do you actively prevent your dog from using a cell phone?
Yes,
or is it his own
I do.
choice?
I actively prevent him. I think that he's not ready yet. I think it takes a certain level of maturity.
How old is your dog?
He's 7 years old, so
And in dog
he's
years?
48.
And you still
42.
not ready?
No, he's not.
I think if I had a dog and if my dog had a phone, it would take a lot of selfies. Which would be awkward because, like, their arms are kind of, like, nubby. So I feel like it wouldn't reach.
What kind of dog would you have?
Oh my gosh, I would... Oh. Well, there's the cute dogs and there's dogs that represent you kind of dogs. Right?
Well, which one?
It's like the little guys that are kind of, like, energetic and kind of fluffy.
My spirit animal is
Like
Moon
a little
Moon.
rat dog? What's that?
Moon Moon? It was this meme. It's a wolf named Moon Moon. Oh, never mind.
No, it's not a rat dog. What's a rat dog?
It's a rat
You
terrier.
said like a little tiny dog, like a little.
No, like CeeLo's dog.
I don't
know what
CeeLo
kind of dog
looks
CeeLo
It's like
has.
I think a Pomeranian, but
That's
Pomeranians are
acceptable.
cute. I have a Maltese Pomeranian.
I feel like
Pomeranian.
Pomeranians fit me,
I guess I could picture you with a palm.
right? Be like, hey, buddy.
I don't want to name drop, but I know Button's the palm personally, so
I don't want to name drop, but I don't know who Button is.
maybe you should look Buttons up on Instagram because
He's pretty famous.
there's so many thousands of followers, like tens of thousands of followers.
I don't want to name drop, but
That's weird. You're right. A lot of dogs are pretty popular on Instagram, like Boo the dog
But mostly Buttons.
Boo's really cute.
or Grumpy Cat.
We're talking about dogs, not cats.
Oh, it's the same family.
No.
Not really, but
Maybe you should leave.
yeah, I can't. It's the COMFYCAST. I'm gonna be comfy here. You know.
I'm trying to make myself more comfortable.
I'm sure you could be comfortable outside.
How are you not comfortable?
No, I'm like trying to become one with the couch.
Oh, okay.
I need to go deeper.
That's awkward. That's what she said. Okay, so what's the first topic you brought over, Liz?
I was thinking about like parents that are super tech savvy. It's like pretty rough. Like my mom's really tech savvy, so she like messaged me and was like, Juice. Crap. Anyways, she was like, Juice, I need you to
Your mom calls you Juice?
no.
Just for this podcast,
Yeah.
my mom calls her Juice.
Yeah. So my mom was like, I need you to sign this petition. And it was for a good cause. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. But then I forgot about it. And she kept reminding me, but I kept forgetting about it. And then I got an email and it was like, thank you for signing this petition. And I was like, shit, what?
Your mom just did it for you?
And then my mom had like gone and like, she knows my passwords. So she like filled it out and did everything. And she has more social media accounts than I do. And like, I like made a Tumblr once, and then my mom like somehow found my Tumblr, and then she like made a Tumblr, and then was following my Tumblr, and I was like, ugh.
I think my mom's the complete opposite when it comes to tech savvy. It's kind of funny too because I remember one time my friend Riley posted something on my Facebook and said like the F word. The next thing I knew, my mom commented, so you need to delete this friend. They're using, like, it wasn't even, like, a private message to me or, like, any type of, it was, like a...
Just, like, a post
yeah,
on your
just
wall?
on post on my wall.
Are
Like,
your
you need to
parents,
get
like,
rid of that
wicked
friend.
strict?
No. She just, like, doesn't really understand it. Like, understand how social media is used, right?
Doesn't understand
so
how
she thought that...
effing awesome
Yeah.
swearing is?
I know, effing awesome swearing is. But then I was like, Mom, no, it's my friend. Like, she didn't mean it in a bad way. She was just like, she was excited. And my mom was like, oh, okay, keep your eyes on her. I was like, what?
Watch her like a hawk.
Yeah, but my mom recently got Facebook like earlier, like last year, so she's still new at it.
My parents are pretty tech savvy. We finally converted my mom to an iPhone like a year ago, and she really
Never
didn't want
going
to.
back, right?
And yeah, never going back. And then before she did the iPhone, I had tried to give her an iPad, and she's like, I don't understand how to use this. And now she's like, I can't wait to get my own iPad.
Time to bake my Candy Crush and my Angry Birds.
They did it. I don't even know what I don't think she plays those games. I don't know what she uses
She
it for.
has to.
But she loves it. I think she uses it for emails and photos.
Yeah, before my mom used to have like the flip phones that are cheap. So then when I got like when I was able to support and buy stuff, I bought my mom her first like real like smartphone.
Nice.
I bought her the Galaxy I think S4 was what came out. What? Well, I was like, I don't want to get my mom an iPhone. I think it's too complicated. But it turns out the Galaxy is actually more complicated. But she's actually a huge fan of it now. Like, she loves it.
My mom has a Note 2.
I have tech bias. I'm just gonna.
Oh, you?
I have tech bias too.
Okay.
I'm Apple friendly.
My mom has a Note 2, but she's like so freaking good at it. She like
Into the microphone.
multitasks
Either talk louder
everything.
or come closer, Juice.
She like multitasks everything, so she takes notes. But then I'm not. It's
Come on,
'cause I'm
talk,
short.
just talk.
Okay.
It's
There.
a podcast, not a wandering video.
Wandering.
This is my living
Where are we
room, not a
going?
library. You guys, come on, speak up.
Oh, okay, Garrett. Okay. Yeah. What was your topic, Zoe?
I feel like my topics are so boring. I was gonna talk about taxes because I
Ew.
recently just filed taxes today, and it's a lot more complicated than I thought it'd be, and it led me to the idea of like, hey, think about all the worthless shit we learned in school, but we don't learn how to pay taxes.
Be very helpful.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, it's kind of messed up that we learn like sex education, how to.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Well, I mean, it's important too, but I mean, there's no course on tax.
What is sex?
I've taken accounting.
Oh,
Don't talk about
juice.
sex.
What is that?
That's gross.
There are several songs that you could listen to that would explain it.
Let's talk
Careless
about sex.
Whisper.
It's one of them. Careless Whisper is another one. I'm glad that's the first one you said. You just
Thanks.
endeared yourself to me because that's like the smoothest song.
That's like the best song
Or
I
ever.
any
love that
James
song.
Brown song.
No, we're talking about smoothness.
James Brown has some smooth like.
But not Careless Whisper
Oh,
by Dave Koz.
just kidding.
Saxophone.
Not even the regular version of Careless Whisper. You gotta one-up that and do the Dave Koz one, and it's like so smooth.
Is it good?
You just
I'm gonna have to check that one
you
out.
lose your physical being and just become smooth when you listen to it.
I think I meant Marvin Gaye
You meant him or you
instead
met
of
him?
instead of James Brown. I meant Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye is good for lovemaking.
Oh jeez.
Not that I'm
Is that what you do?
100% honest now. I don't know that from experience. But
This is
I know
becoming
it
like the
from-
Howard
I
Stern
know
show.
from watching. Well, I have the tendency to poison the people that I'm around.
I really like
I have
Marvin
watched a lot
Gaye.
of things, and Marvin Gaye is in all of them.
It's frequent, right? Like,
Like,
he's like there.
You'll come and it'll be like, I'll be really try, baby.
But this is a question: why do people play music while having sex?
Do they do that?
so that their roommates can't hear them?
Right. So it's not for the mood. It's like more of like
Maybe it is for the mood.
like it's like one of the
Maybe
reasons.
it's so you can set a beat.
Also, that
Like-
was the next thing I was gonna say. Yeah, exactly. So you're listening, you're like, dun 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 dun, and you're like, I'm getting tired. We need to slow this down.
Okay, that definitely makes sense then. We're also not taught this in college.
How
No.
to properly utilize
Make love.
music. the bedroom.
Music sex 101. I feel like that should be a new course.
Musex.
Musex.
101.
That's taking it one step further and combining, I guess.
Mucinex 101.
That sounds slimy.
Yeah, but like I was just thinking about that because tax is kind of hard, but it's not really that hard. TurboTax is a free version, so if you want to file, you should use TurboTax.
If you're someone who can do like the 1040 EZ, it's not
Yeah.
that hard. You take a picture of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've done that like the last 3 years. It's the best. I can't do it this year because I have like 7 W-2s. and I
Right,
have to
the
use a
W-2s are, yeah.
1099.
1099.
But, yeah, I'm gonna
yeah.
have to actually have like a person do my taxes for me this year.
No,
and
there's the
I'm
deluxe
scared.
TurboTax version.
that I don't know how to use.
Oh my gosh, I can totally show you. It's not hard. Really? They just ask you to enter the numbers you see on the form.
Even for the weird like freelance stuff.
Yeah, they have a 1099. Because I have to do it for my AdSense stuff.
How much does it cost?
It's, I think $34.99.
It's not that bad.
No, it's not.
But I'm gonna owe. I just know I'm gonna owe. It's gonna suck.
What does that mean?
When you work freelance, like they don't take the taxes out,
Right, that's true.
so then you have to pay those taxes back when you do your taxes.
Oh, fudge. That means I
Yeah.
probably have to owe too.
Hooray! Yeah, it's
No,
pretty
but
cool,
so
huh?
right now it says I have like I'm supposed to get like 1,000 something back.
You're not gonna get that back.
Well, yeah, because now that I have to add in my freelance stuff, I guess it won't
What
get the whole
freelance
thing.
work do you do, Soy?
It's like AdSense, Google AdSense and stuff.
Oh.
Oh man.
So
What freelance have you been up to?
I've done freelance for Disney and Frederator. I don't know if I'm actually allowed to talk about the Disney one.
I don't think you should talk about
I think
it.
I can say I've done freelance for Disney, but the
free dance or
project-
freelance?
both
Oh.
Dancing and lance.
and romancing.
Oh.
But
Wow.
That's so
yeah.
fancy.
Yes, and I don't think I need to.
You don't have to.
I can.
12.
No, I'm just thinking like there was another project that I did, but I think it was like an under the table project.
Like some
Like
Asian.
that's where we like to work. We just sit underneath the table when we
Right,
work on
that's
the
true.
project, but-
I like to work like that too, until I have to sleep, and then I like to be on top of the table.
Okay.
I like to sleep on top of the table and do the business under the table.
I don't know. Would I rather
Ah.
sleep on top of the table or underneath the table? Because if I'm on top of the table, then something under the table could come up and get me. But if I'm under the table, then I can't see if there's something on top of the table and it could come down to get me. Maybe I'd like to sleep a few feet away from the table so that I have the whole table in my vision.
I would sleep under the table because I like shade.
I don't know. I like laying on something like kind of hard. and I
Lights
feel like-
really bother me when I'm sleeping.
I like lights on. It's really weird.
Really?
It's really bad. I don't know if I'm afraid of the dark or it's actually really bad for your sleep cycle because then you don't know when morning is and you kind of just wake up whenever.
My room is like pitch black all the time. We
Right.
call it the time chamber because you'll like go.
Well,
in there and
the
you
funny
don't
thing
know what
is,
time
I
it
can-
is.
Hyperbolic time chamber.
Maybe.
Garrett? No, girl. No, but I can sleep in pitch dark, but it's I don't know. Preference, I like it with the light on.
There with you.
What's in there with me? Just nothing.
I
You
mean,
don't
so
know
it's
that
just
though.
No.
Maybe something
know
got
that.
in there.
maybe it's Five Nights at
Maybe
Freddy's.
there's ghosts.
No, thank you. Yeah, so there's
Oh,
Five
man.
Nights at Freddy's. I still haven't played yet. I'm a little scared.
What is that accent?
That's my I'm scared soy accent.
You're scared.
I'm scared.
You're scared.
I'm scared to play Five Nights at
What's
Freddy's.
that boot? Why are you laughing?
Because you make me laugh. You're funny.
Oh, thank you. I try, kind of, you know? Oh my god, do I try?
You try all the time.
In this institution. Any praise, right? Oh my.
I don't know what's happening.
It's
that.
it's like a. Hey, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's that.
yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah. I say hey!
Except they put it over like the old He-Man cartoons.
And then
I think
Yeah.
I've heard the
Blondes.
song, but it didn't sound like what you guys are saying. But I think I know what I'm
Because
talking
we
about.
made it better by copying someone else who made it better first.
Yeah. It's like 3 layers.
What's another topic you brought to talk about, Garrett?
I kind of like
Pitch
I had
quiet.
several of them, and then I
can't
just like
remember
dogs
either.
and cell phones popped into my head, and it just washed away all the other ones. We could talk about movies.
We talk about TV shows.
Why would you just?
I don't
why
know
would
if
you
we-
ask for my opinion on something and then just like
Okay, Garrett, since you
Dump
want
on
to
it.
talk, I know you want to talk about 50 Shades of Grey.
I don't want to talk about
I
50
don't
Shades of
want
Grey.
to.
Actually, I do. Don't see it.
You watched
I'm
it?
Done. Mic drop.
You watched it?
Bam!
No, but I know.
All the
Actually, my landlady
Watched
watched
it?
it.
And
I was hanging out with
Her?
her daughter. No,
Oh.
but we were hanging out last night. She and I, and we were watching
Horrible Bosses 2.
which rocks. It's
Is
super
Jennifer Aniston in
good.
that one too?
Yes.
You
She's
know,
still fine as hell.
recently I've grown to like Jennifer Aniston. I used to
You
not
didn't
like her.
before?
Well, I never was into Friends, and then recently when I got into
I just
Friends,
marathoned Friends
she's
in
pretty
January.
okay. She's pretty good in it.
In Friends?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
She's good. in
Why the hell? I was very unsatisfied by them getting together at the end.
Don't tell me I'm not even there. I just started watching season 1.
I thought that I was like the only person
I'm
that
basically,
hadn't
like,
seen Friends yet.
I'm probably like 12 years behind.
I was.
Oh,
Not
you're caught up.
anymore. I've watched the whole thing
I'm not.
now.
I'm still in
Now I
season
have to
1.
find and watch Joey.
She's in We're the
Wait,
Millers.
that's not supposed to be good though.
I know, but
We're the Millers. She's really good in it as well.
that movie was pretty. It was decent.
It was-
But
it
Horrible
was-
Bosses. I loved Horrible Bosses already because I love those 3 guys. And then like I was
Who
like,
are the 3 guys?
Jason.
Siegel.
No, Jason Sudeikis and Charlie Day, and why can't I think of Michael Bluth's real name?
Oh, Michael Bluth.
Arrested Development guy.
Yeah.
What's
But it's them, and they're awesome, and I thought the first one was great, and then I was like, Horrible Bosses 2, what? Were they going to try and, like, kill their bosses again? This is
But Jennifer
what?
Aniston's still there. She's
There's-
a boss,
still-
right?
Sort of. Like,
Don't
I'm not
spoil
gonna,
too
I'm
much.
not going to give anything away, but I'll tell what's in the trailers is it's like not even that, it's a kidnapping this time. And it's like they actually went in a clever direction with it, and it's still really funny, and it's not like rehashing the first
last
movie.
movie.
It's like a good
It's
idea.
still,
a
like,
good
new, right?
continuation of the story.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I might have to. I didn't really enjoy Horrible
I
Bosses
laughed.
1.
Well, then don't watch.
Well, maybe I'll like the second one more. You yawned like 12 times already, and it makes me yawn.
I know. I'm
Doesn't make me
sorry.
yawn.
It's getting. I'm like an old person.
It's like it's supposed to be a comfy environment, and she just keeps falling asleep.
Well, I mean, doesn't that just mean
It's
it's
too
the most
comfy.
comfy environment of all? Like, you don't sleep when you're not comfortable. Like, if I was in a room full of strangers, I would never sleep. I wouldn't lower my guard.
Because a fight could break out anytime.
And
Exactly.
Brain could be taken out
Anyway,
of your heart.
wait, we got off track because of Horrible Bosses 2. So we're watching Horrible Bosses 2, which is great. And then my landlady and one of her friends like walks by and the door's open, and
They're having sex.
Pops in to what?
I'm just kidding.
No, but they both pop in and they're like, "Oh, we just saw 50 Shades of Grey. It was terrible."
No, my sorority sisters that have seen it as well have told me nothing but bad things about it.
And they were like, there was barely any sex.
Yeah.
I thought this movie was all about sex, and I was like, this is kind of
Yeah, I heard it was really, really bad.
Like I heard
But
it.
yeah,
I heard it was underwhelming for people that expected it to be more risque and taboo, and they
It's
just like if
only
you're gonna,
R.
I know, but like it's kind of like if you're gonna go there.
And what, make it NC-17?
Yeah, make it a porno.
Maybe there's gonna be an unrated version.
50 Shades of Dick.
That sounds
50
like
50
you.
dicks of
That
Grey?
sounds like you have to go to the doctor.
Yeah, you
50
should
Shades,
probably
You
do
have
that.
50 Shades of
50
Dicks. Like you have different like the black dick, the white dick, the Asian dick, like all these like dicks.
There's 3. That was 3 dicks.
The Mexican dick,
That's 4. You gonna get to 50?
the alien dick.
Nope.
We're going into strange territory right now.
The
I don't
fake
understand what's
dicks?
happening.
Well, I mean, you probably get 50 out of the fake ones.
Yeah,
The
and then
coin-
you
the
add
coins.
10 like 10 of them. It I don't know. It's a concept that we're working on right now.
Who's working on it? You? Just you?
Perhaps
This is what she does alone.
Oh, yeah.
make my own pornos.
Oh, it's like one,
Those
she has like one of those
exist.
Epcot stamp cards that's like, have you been to every country?
Ew, that's so gross. I did not do that.
You're the one that started it.
I didn't say I would be in the porns. I just say I'd be producing them.
Well, I mean,
I think that's like a reputation.
honestly,
like,
it was ambiguous.
Yeah,
it was
you're right.
ambiguous.
You said that's what I do when I'm alone. Oh, was that for a high five?
Yeah,
I make porn. So
Yeah.
like,
I can see where I apologize. I do not make porns and I do not produce porns. It was kind of a
these porns are
points
not
points
These
of points.
porns.
these porn.
Liz, let's talk about movies, right? 50 Shades of Grey. I actually want to watch The Kingsman.
I heard that's excellent.
Yeah, I heard it looks
It
I wanna
has
see
good
it.
ratings.
trailer looks really good.
The action is supposed to be like,
Yeah. Well, did you see the trailer?
nope,
It's a
maybe. Actually, I don't know.
It's a good trailer.
The only thing that I know off the top of my head in regards to the Kingsman is there's a girl that's like missing her legs, but she's got like stabbers instead of the regular like robot legs.
Nice. So it's like doubles as a weapon and as a versatile
Like, you know,
tool.
when you see people that don't have legs, then they run, they've got those cool, like, spring
right.
Yeah.
things. It's that, except they're pointed at the end so she can
You
stab.
just stab someone?
I guess.
That's almost like a X-Man mutant kind of Wolverine kind of thing.
I feel like that would be a pain if you wanted to take a quick nap or something, though.
Just talk this way.
Oh. If you were gonna take a nap, that would suck.
Well, if you tried to sleep with someone, you'd have to take them off.
I would
Otherwise,
hope you
you're just
take it off.
I'm so sorry. You just wake up and you're in blood. Your whole bed is soaked. You keep going through mattresses.
That happens to people sometimes. I mean, waking up in blood. I don't mean, like, getting stabbed.
Yeah, waking up
In
in
the
blood
legs.
happens to...
Yeah, but The Kingsman seems like a great movie. Juice is making things awkward for some odd reason.
Why am I making it awkward? What?
It's one thing to talk about, like, weird kinky sex movies, but, I mean, bringing in Aunt Flo.
What are we
As a
talking
special
Yeah,
guest.
Aunt Flo.
I mean,
What
that's
are we
what I
talking about?
that's what I took
Oh,
it as.
I
You're like
see.
some people do wake up in blood in their bed.
Yeah, you get, like, bloody noses and
Periods.
stuff. Oh.
That's where I thought you were
Now I
going.
can see why it's awkward because you guys are not on the same wavelength.
We haven't synced our cycles yet.
Yo, I ain't syncing cycles with you. I ain't.
What other
you've
what
never-
other movies are coming out or are you guys excited about?
I want to see Mordecai, which
Mordecai
is
does look
apparently really awful, and
Really?
all
Johnny
like a bunch
Depp.
of theaters were like, "Bye," and they dropped
But it's
it.
like there's like billboards everywhere
me
and
wanna see it
buses
more.
and Johnny Depp is always pretty funny guy.
Gwyneth Paltrow and her goop.
Yeah.
I was ready to really hate Paddington.
Paddington
and
the
then
Bear?
Paddington has like a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wait, I hope Paddington's
I'm like,
good because
what?
Paddington is so cute. I love Paddington.
You're the reason that Paddington has a 98%.
It was all me. These reviewers were like, I'm gonna give it a bad rating. And I was like, no.
Oh, wait, hang on. If we're going to talk about movies, I forgot that Natasha told me if I'm ever going to talk about movies, I have to be like how, like, if you've committed like a sex crime, you got to be like, I'm a sex criminal. I like the Transformers movies.
I mean, they're
I don't
fine.
think they're good,
I like
but
Megan
their
Fox.
spectacle
They're
is
gratuitously
amazing.
fun to watch.
Yeah,
you.
they're gratuitous. That's what they are.
I'm in it for giant robots kicking
I mean,
the
there are some things that
stuff
are
out
just
of each
fun
other.
to watch. If we were talking anime, Attack on Titan, it's fun to watch.
I still need to finish that.
Yeah, I think I have some bad movies that I really enjoy, like Blast from the Past. I don't know if you guys have heard about that. It's like an older 98 movies. It's mostly old movies that I kind of rewatch. Back to the Future Part 2. Favorite movie of all time.
What's wrong with any... What is... None of the Back to the Futures are bad.
No, but it's just like when you talk about Part 2, people don't give it as much like respect as Part 1, and it's not as
It's got the...
the Western feeling of
DeLorean.
Part... I know, it's so great.
Part 3 has the time train, so that redeems, like,
Yeah.
anything.
Well,
I
Part
don't care
3,
about
I'm not...
anything
I
else.
usually don't like Western things, but I love Back to the Future, so Part 3 is there for me, too. But those aren't, like, bad movies, I guess. I don't, like... Oh, Jennifer's Body. I like to joke about watching that over and over again. Have you seen that? It's also with Megan Fox. It's a pretty awesome movie.
Yeah, it's her and Amanda Siegfried and like nerdy, and they make out. Or I don't know.
No, it's not make out. She's like
She's
dead.
a succubus, incubus thing.
It's, like,
and then
weird.
She's like, I gotta do the dudes, and then I kill them and take energy or something, and then.
I think it's only weird because it's supposed to be a horror movie, but like it's honestly just funny. It's like really fun because you're just like, wow, who
Is
thought
it
of
trying
this?
to be like a like?
No,
it's,
not scary.
It's trying to be legit horror
I
movie.
Yeah.
Wikipedia'd it, and I will give you a brief synopsis. So basically, there's Megan Fox's character who's like, I'm so hot, and then there's Amanda Siegfried's character who's like, I'm a nerd, and my best friend's hot. And they go together to some like concert for some indie band or something, and the indie band's like, oh hey, like, why don't you come with us? And then they were like, we're gonna sacrifice hot Megan Fox to Satan for Satan something.
Is this like
But-
the first 2 minutes of the movie?
I don't know.
I
I guess.
think like
But
30
then-
minutes.
But then they screw up, and instead Jennifer Lawrence becomes like a demonic.
Jennifer Lawrence.
I mean Megan Fox becomes demonic incubus thing.
I just remember this like random scene where she's like hungry, so she opens the fridge, and like I guess the next thing you know, you cut away, and then they like it's like her sitting with a pile of food, and then she's like kind of like in a zombie mode, and she's just like rah, rah, and then Amanda comes in. Oh, you need. So yeah, but yeah, that's another movie. Thinking of new movies coming out that I want to watch. Nothing really.
Yeah, I got nothing. I mean, I honestly haven't been to the movie theaters in a long time.
Well, we're gonna go see 50 Shades of Grey, right?
Yeah, at some point.
Can we somehow see it without paying for it?
There's ways. We'll work on that, Garrett.
What are you guys talking
I
about?
don't want to give money to 50 Shades of Grey. I'll watch it, but I don't want to, like, encourage
Invest.
them to make more.
Oh, I think they're already set to make more. Like, the
I
pre-sales
feel
are so
bad.
good that they want to make more.
I feel bad for the actors and the actor and the actress because they, like, in interviews, it sounds like they had the most miserable time making that movie, and now they have to do it, like, 2 more times.
Well, let's hope only one more time. And then the third time it's just like, oh, we're just gonna end it here. Or maybe straight to DVD. Like, Cruel Intentions. There was a part 1, part 2 did really bad, and then part 3, they were like, oh, let's go straight to DVD.
That was the one with Sarah Michelle Gellar, right?
Yeah, Ryan Felipe and Selma Blair. Oh, and Reese Witherspoon's. That's actually the movie that Reese and Ryan met on.
And then they got married and got a divorce, right?
Right. They have a baby, though.
Messy.
For those of you listening, I am shaking my head in confusion.
I love Sarah Michelle Gellar,
That
so...
happens to me a lot.
I love Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Have you seen Scooby-Doo?
Yes, I have.
The live action one, that was great. Freddie Prinze Jr. Oh, yeah.
Her husband.
I know. Although he made
They
a
met on the set of
terrible
Scooby-Doo.
Fred.
Yeah, for Fred.
They all sucked except for the guy who played Shaggy.
No,
And
Shaggy
I guess
was good.
maybe Velma was
Oh,
good.
Matthew Lillard?
Who voices Shaggy now.
Oh, really? In real life? He does a good job, though.
Yeah.
He's pretty good. Velma wasn't that great.
I don't really remember.
She was not good.
The standouts were Matthew Lillard and then whoever voiced Scooby, I guess. Did
Oh, I
it,
like
you know.
Scrappy. The voice
The
of
voice
Scrappy
of
was good.
Scooby was good, but the model was unnerving and strange.
Yes.
Well, that was back in, what, like 2007?
Where
2005?
everybody wanted to make their cartoon characters look real. Like the real animal counterpart.
Yeah, so, like, it gets
Which is
creepy.
weird because we're in 2014 and they made the Smurfs and they still did it.
Yeah, they're still trying that. Let's make it as real as possible.
They're rebooting Smurfs.
I heard.
Again?
Yeah, well, they've
Well,
only done it once.
didn't it already do really well?
No, the second one, like, as far as I know, the second one did very poorly. They're
Oh.
rebooting it and I think they're going to do it all animated.
Like traditional?
No,
Like a movie?
CGI.
Again?
Oh,
Oh, without
Yeah.
live action people
Yes,
this time.
there we go.
Interesting. That's different.
That's how they should have done it.
Alright.
So says I.
Who's doing that movie? Sony?
Which means that it could be good because Sony Animation is awesome.
Yeah,
Cloudy with
love
a Chance of
love
Meatballs.
Love Sony Animation.
Lesser extent, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2.
Anything
like
else?
98% of Hotel Transylvania.
Hotel Transylvania, really? I thought the designs were great and stuff. I don't know about the actual plot of the movie being that fantastic, though.
Didn't
animation
Glendy
was
directed it,
amazing,
right?
Yeah.
The end sucked. Like, as soon
The
as they
plot
left
was
the
not
castle,
good.
it was horrible.
The plot was not good.
Everything
The
else I
animation
liked.
was great and the design was great. But I was like, what the poops is going on? And she was like, I'm so rebellious and I want to listen to you. You're my dad. And I was like, oh.
I haven't watched it
Okay.
yet. I really want to watch it. I'm a fan of Glendy. Powerpuff
Sony
Girls,
also did
Dexter's Lab.
Horton Hears a Who.
Did?
They're really
Did
good
they?
at capturing
they did
the
Epic,
look
right? No, that was Blue Sky.
of the stuff.
Yeah, I think it is. it
Sony's
is Blue
doing the
Sky.
Peanuts movie, which looks
with Snoopy?
Oh, which
looks
looks like it's going to be good. It looks like
Who
it's
knows
gonna be
what
good.
it'll actually
Did
turn
they-
out being,
is
but
it
visually it
The
looks
Popeye
amazing.
movie too.
Yep.
Yeah, they actually are really good at the CGI and making it look like at least somewhat real.
Or like making it look like a cartoon.
It's like stylized, but 3D is good.
Yeah.
Like, they're good at keeping things on model somehow, like with the 2D counterparts, even though it's 3D
Wait,
models.
who made Ted?
Universal.
I
It's not a
I
cartoon.
kind of like Ted.
I did too. I watched the trailer and I laughed.
I
For
haven't,
the second
too
one.
looks
For
Haven't
the
seen
second
it.
one.
I haven't seen it yet,
It's in my eyes.
but I know he wants to have a
I'm
baby.
linking it in.
So I really want to see baby Ted's.
No, but it's not baby Ted's because
It's gonna
it's
be baby people.
he's trying to get a sperm donor
Oh,
because his wife is
Didn't
a
you watch the
human.
trailer?
so is he really like just a lesbian then?
What?
How
he
is he? He's a guy.
But he doesn't have the.
But he bangs girls.
Not really.
He banged a girl with a turnip in the first movie.
Oh, that's true.
Or did he bang her with a carrot on a pile of turnips? I can't remember.
I don't know.
But he banged
I just
someone.
remember there
I
was a
didn't
dry humping
actually
at one
watch
point.
this movie.
What?
I didn't watch Ted.
Oh my gosh, you need to watch Ted. It's so good.
I don't know. I don't think it's my kind of humor. I don't watch, like, adult comedy things.
Well, usually I
typically.
don't like adult comedy either, but something about Ted is just like, oh, this is like, he's so far off that it makes him funny to me. And I usually don't like this type of stuff. Like, I usually don't like Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell. I don't really like his movies. Like, Old School, I was never a fan of. Anchorman, I'm like, whatever.
I'm never gonna be on your podcast again.
Are you a fan?
Yeah.
A lot of people are his fan. I totally understand.
I mean, he's got some stinkers, but Anchorman, come on.
Anchorman's one of his better movies. Elf is pretty decent.
I was gonna say Elf.
But, like, there's the skating movie and
Blades of Glory.
yeah, and then the race car.
That one's really weird.
Yeah, the
Talladega Nights.
Talladega Nights.
Not a
It's just
fan.
like, I think because I watched Talladega Nights and I was like, oh man, this is so off.
And then the semi-pro was where it was.
I don't
like,
even
they
know
need to
what semi-pro's
stop.
about.
It's about, he has like a basketball team.
It's just like, I
They
bet you
just
someone
needed
just
to-
sits there and is like, let's just throw $30 million at Will and be like, hey, Will, what do you want to make a movie about today? And let's just do it your way. And then the movie's made. Like, take out any job. Like, I see the Garbage Man. Will Ferrell in his next new movie. The Gratuitous Garbage Disposal Man. I don't know, like, I feel like that's all his movies. Like, they're just, like, a bunch of random things that he was like, oh, yeah,
Him and Judd Apatow, probably.
yeah. But he likes to do, like,
Step Brothers is one of my favorite movies.
I've
I can watch
actually
that
never
movie
seen Step Brothers.
endlessly.
Is it the one where he's,
It's
condoned?
him and John C. Reilly.
But they're, like Siamese twins or something?
John C. Reilly's
No,
great.
That's
That was a different one.
yeah. What I don't even. That was Matt Damon and somebody else.
Yeah.
No way, Matt Damon was in a movie like that?
Yeah.
That's really sad
You're
for
right.
Matt Damon.
What was that called?
Oh, no idea.
Oh my god, this really.
I bet it had a bad title, like
course it
attached or
did.
connected or
Yeah.
something. awkward like that.
Siamese. Yeah, something pretty bad.
Speaking of that, have you guys been watching American Horror Story?
Yep, I'm all caught up.
Really? I didn't. After the last season, I didn't really try for this one. Is it good?
Aspects of it are good.
But
I was
overall-
underwhelmed. My favorite season was probably Asylum.
Asylum was so good.
And then Murder House, and then Coven, and then Freak Show.
I think that's like probably like kind of a ranking that you can't dispute. Like
I was...
that's.
I
definitely
read a
top-
thing, like, going in, I was like, oh god, Freak Show, like, clowns, carny stuff that scares the bejesus out of me. Like, I'm gonna skip this one. I'm gonna sit it out. And then I read, like, some people were like, we read the script, and this is, like, the scariest American horror yet. And then I watched it, and I was like, this isn't scary.
I
The
watched
freaks
one
aren't-
episode and it was kind of like a joke. Like there's not really a lot of horror elements
There's
to it
almost
at all.
none. Like, they could have, if they had made the freaks the bad guys, then it could have been terrifying. But they made them good, and, like, you like them, and you see that they're just people too, just trying to get along and deal with their, you know...
And then the clown is evil, but you know from the get-go the clown is evil, and then like of course the clown would be evil. I don't know.
Twisty's cool.
I've never watched it, so I'm not quite sure.
It's pretty... I
Don't
mean,
have an
it's a good
opinion.
concept, but it feels like each season has been...
Well, I watched a couple episodes of the first season, and it was just
I
like,
feel like Ryan Murphy's shows do that though.
but I couldn't
start
keep
out
up.
really sweet and then get...
No,
not
I just couldn't
sweet.
keep up. Like, I was like, every episode, I was like, I don't know what the heck is going on this episode.
Did you watch them in order?
Yeah, I watched them in order.
You should always do that.
I mean, Glee, like, it's the same way too, like Ryan Murphy, right? There's no, like, you have to watch them kind of together. It's kind of hard to follow the storyline.
I have to say that Ryan Murphy's like breadth of like what he can make is really impressive though. Like American Horror Story versus Glee versus Nip Tuck, it's like
He's like a jack of all trades.
And now he's doing American Crime Story, too.
But they're all, like, really successful shows. They all have their demographics and their own, like, following.
and it's like all different
Yeah,
categories.
it's really
of people.
impressive. I want to be, like, a producer like that one day. Like, able to kind of, like, this is, you know, I'm not known for one thing. Like, he can't just say, like, hey, he's only known for Glee. And
Yeah.
American Horror Story is huge. And then Nip Tuck was, you know, beloved by its cult following on FX.
If only American Horror Story had kind of kept up.
Or been scary.
Yeah.
Scary.
I would have liked it a lot if this season had been scary.
Asylum
It
was
wasn't.
insane, though. It was good.
Asylum was freaky.
And Coven's about witches.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's
Which
like
was pretty cool.
teen witches being sassy with one another.
So
and
it's like Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
The theme song for Coven, I feel like, was way cooler than the actual series turned out to be, because the theme song
How
shows
does that happen?
like the theme song shows like a bunch of different types of witches and like weird cult stuff, and then there's like 2 really quick shots of what I assume is a Jersey Devil, but it's like this like weird creepy like skeletal thing that you see in the forest, and I was like, oh, is that in the series? No,
it's not.
and it focuses on like one group of like
Teenage
sassy
girls
witches,
going
and
to
then
school.
they're in New Orleans, so there's like a rival
Voodoo.
group of voodoo witches.
Maybe it's a what is it called? Like a foreshadow. Maybe Ryan Murphy has interest in making the other. You don't think so?
He said that he was gonna like talk about wizards and stuff, and it just like never went anywhere. They were gonna bring in like what do the male witches in this universe do, and they never did it.
New Orleans is an interesting place to set.
I think the setting was promising, but then I don't know. Concept itself, it
I just
didn't
wanted
have much
that Jersey
going
Devil.
on.
Like, have you guys seen The Originals? Is also set in New Orleans.
The what?
The Originals. It's like a spinoff to Vampire Diaries. It's actually pretty decent. You should try it out. I definitely enjoy it. It's set in
The
New
only type
Orleans.
of trash TV that I like.
It's
to
not
watch
trash. There's
is
vampires.
Bravo.
There's werewolves. And
My
there's
mom
voodoo.
would agree with you.
I love Bravo. I love Lifetime. I love
Oxygen,
Oxygen. I love Lifetime. I
the
love
Oprah Network.
the Food Network.
Vanderpump
Food
Rules.
Network's great.
Food Network's good. I like all those bad shows. In Europe, when your camera records more than like 10 or 12 minutes, it's considered a video camera, and it gets taxed a lot more. So to bypass that,
Did you
Canon...
buy that in?
No, but Canon just makes sure that all their cameras are like that, so that they don't have to deal with the taxes. So that's why I'm thinking of switching
need to
from
hack your
DSLR
camera.
to... No, you really can't. You really can't.
I'll find a way.
Find it and show it to me.
Okay.
Garrett will come with a mallet and
Yeah.
nails.
Hammer, beat the
Hey,
shit out
check
of this.
this out.
Like this. Now you don't ever have to worry about recording limits. You don't
Now
have to worry
buy a
about any
camera
limits.
that was made in America.
Made in America. USA.
Mm-hmm.
USA.
Tell you what.
What other shows have you guys been watching?
30 Rock on repeat constantly.
Should I watch it?
Have you not ever watched 30 Rock?
I'm a fan of Tina Fey too, so I should watch it.
Yeah.
I visited.
I'm
30
almost
Rock.
done again. I'll start it over and watch it with you. I just watch it like
Okay, yeah,
nonstop.
totally. I just visited 30 Rock, so I know what it looks like. It's pretty cool.
It's awesome.
Pretty cool place. Never seen it. Heard about it.
Have you watched Arrested Development?
Yeah, recently because I got the Pop Funko head. The Tobias one. It's like I usually don't like shows like that, but I actually like Arrested Development.
I actually don't like Arrested Development that
Oh,
much.
I like it.
I know.
Well, she said not that much, but she might still think it's okay.
It's like okay. It's just not really my cup of tea.
I like it because it's so like it's like sarcastic and so like spontaneous.
I want to like it so much because I love Michael Cera.
I love Michael Cera on that show.
I love Michael Cera.
I don't
in
usually like him,
general.
but he's really funny on that show. Like the awkward teenager that like likes his cousin, but not
that
really his cousin.
yeah, that makes me uncomfortable. That he's like into his cousin.
But it's not. It might not be his cousin. It's so like what we find out all the time. Like, oh my god, no, she might be adopted. No, I might be adopted. Oh no, we're not even really cousins. He gets so excited, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is so weird. Yeah, it's a good show. I like Arrested Development.
Good. You?
Don't
know.
don't love it.
God.
She doesn't like Will Ferrell movies.
Wow, gotta point out all the flaws. Yeah, I don't though.
Yeah.
But you can understand why I don't like Will Ferrell movies. Some of them are not good,
Some of them are good.
right?
I'll give you
Arrested
that.
Development,
Easy.
pretty good.
Pretty good.
I want to watch 30 Rock though. Also, I want to watch Parks and Recs.
Park and Rec is so good.
Yeah.
And I am so sad that it's ending.
I still haven't seen The Office either.
Office is okay.
But all those comedies are shot the same,
It
right?
started out really
Sort of.
strong.
Are they single cameras?
I don't understand what that means.
Like instead of shooting with like multiple, like, I think they are.
Oh, is that what? Instead of they use a single?
Because like multiple cameras are usually done with a stage, like a sitcom. Like everyone loves
then yes,
Raymond.
It's single camera.
Yeah, single camera is more like documentary style.
Yes, single cam.
Yeah, cool.
Modern Family. I've been watching Modern Family.
I haven't. I started watching it too.
It's really funny.
There's a single.
Frasier
I watched a single.
Natasha.
I heard. There's a single camera show called The Crazy Ones. Don't know if you guys watched it. It didn't do well. It bombed. It was with Robin Williams and Sarah Michelle Gellar. Yeah,
Too soon.
it was really sad. But he's actually really good in it. So if you guys ever get a chance to watch it,
It was really. When I was marathoning Friends. He's in an episode.
No way,
and I was
really?
Like, what the hell? I wasn't ready. It wasn't cool.
I don't think you'll ever be ready, because even when we saw that one Let's Play where it was like a genie character, I was like, oh.
I was visiting Hollywood like shortly after he died, and it was really sad because everybody had put stuff on his star to like
one of the most beloved like stars of all of Hollywood, I believe. Like he made so many people happy, and it's just really unfortunate, you know how he.
Speaking of Hollywood,
moving into a bummer territory, we got.
Yeah, speaking of Hollywood, was anyone else kind of like the first time you visited Hollywood? Were you kind of like, what is this? Because it's just like 1 or 2 streets, and it's like. I don't know,
cool.
It's not that impressive looking.
I don't know about Hollywood, but I remember when I was, like, one of the first times I went down to Amoeba in, like, LA proper with my friend Maddie. We were just, like, standing there, and all of a sudden, like, high-speed chase, like,
how is that even possible?
Right
There's so many
past
cars.
us. It happened, and I was just like, LA. Because that was what, like, LA was to me at that point. I was still just a baby. It was a little greenhorn. LA.
I'm glad it's only 1 or 2 streets, because traffic would be so bad. It was just Hollywood everywhere.
Yeah.
Because Hollywood traffic is like the worst.
I think I was just disappointed because like Times Square when you go at night, it's like
it's
whoa!
huge,
And it's like crazy. And then I was like, that must be what Hollywood is like.
Not
and then I
even
went
close.
and I was like,
we don't need to like show off and be gaudy like you New Yorkers.
Yeah, New Yorkers
I'm
lights
not
and
a New
everything
Yorker.
everywhere.
What are you?
I'm a Virginian. I'm from like Washington
Stone
Oh,
Mountain.
our president. Oh.
D.C. Yeah, exactly.
We love Virginia.
Yeah.
So what's another one of our topics? Why don't you talk about your hat? Juice.
This is my hecka sweet Sonic hat, and it reminds me that I gotta go fast.
It doesn't remind you too well then.
It's those of you listening at home. She's wearing what looks to be a blue leather hat with little ears on it, and then Sonic's face is the front.
I wonder where this was made in. Let's check it out. Made in. Is there no made in made in like China? Made in Indonesia?
Made in awesome.
Well, you gotta immediately assume that it was made in one of those places.
Chili dogs.
I have another
it was
hat.
Made in Chile.
Chili dogs.
Chili dogs. Yeah.
It's a cool hat, right? I like Knuckles better, actually. Knuckles is my favorite.
Wait, Knuckles and Miles. Miles is the foxy one. Right?
Yeah.
Miles is my favorite.
The foxy
Tails.
one? There's something... You want to tell us?
She thinks he's foxy.
He's cute,
You have a
Miles.
foxkin?
I'm into Miles.
He's supposed to be like
That's
really
my
young,
type.
Are
isn't
you
he?
furry?
Oh my gosh,
no,
Toys
I'm not
a furry!
Are you though?
I'm not.
But are you? 'Cause,
I'm not, I
you just
promise.
said that you're in a...
No. I just like the look of Miles. Like I like foxes and I like that color.
Sounds like maybe you're foxkin.
I'm a furry.
You're foxkin.
I'm a brony.
Do you
and a
sometimes
furry.
think that maybe you were, you have a fox's soul inside a human's body?
No, I just like foxes.
Do you want to be a fox?
No, I don't want to be a fox.
Do you want to be a human but married to a fox?
Do you secretly
No!
have a fox costume?
No.
I have a flying squirrel costume. It's cool.
What does
I have a parrot costume.
It's true. Kigurumi.
No.
I know it goes much deeper for you than a kigurumi.
No.
I'm not on the same level. I shouldn't even be talking
My
to you
favorite
about
animal
it.
is actually a turtle. You guys like turtles? They're my favorite animals. Why? Why you?
They're so basic.
That's why I like them.
Are you basic?
No, I'm not. But I think it's okay to like basic things. It's not okay to have a basic personality.
Throwing shade on all the basics.
I think that's fine. Like you can like basic things. That doesn't mean you're basic. How you define your personality, that's like another thing.
Is being basic something that you yourself define yourself as, or is it something that other people
I believe other
label
people
you?
define you and label you as basic. To you, you're just liking what you like, right? And your personality is what you are. I think it's hard to say, hey, I'm a very basic person. Well, I feel like if you're basic and you don't know, it's kind of sad too.
I describe myself as boring several times. I like vanilla ice cream. It's my favorite.
Vanilla ice
My
cream is the
cheeseburgers
best
are just like
flavor.
cheese and ketchup,
Well,
sometimes lettuce.
I like lettuce. I don't like I don't like to overcomplicate things. But I think that's different than being basic.
I don't know. What is being basic?
I don't know. It's just like a societal thing.
You are labeling people as basic and you don't even know what it is.
I think to me, basic is just... I don't know. I don't really label people as basic.
You might be basic.
But you
then.
just said you don't like people with basic personalities.
But you don't
But
even
basic
know what
personality
it
is different than liking basic things.
Is it?
We're
But you don't-
asking
if
you.
you
I'm like,
don't
I'm
know what
that?
being basic is, then...
I'm thinking of the last person I met that was basic.
But how did you know they were basic?
I'm trying to think of one person right now. Yeah, I can't think of anyone that's like really like that would fit what I believe is a basic personality.
What do you
Well,
believe is
okay, so
basic?
let's get to the core of this. What's a basic personality?
Oh, I don't want to offend people.
Oh!
but it's okay to be basic, guys.
You're never going to invite me back on your podcast.
I know, you're just like, I'm going to get all these haters out. No, but I don't mind talking about it. I feel like we all have our own points of views. For me, like, a basic personality is someone that doesn't like to try things. Very, like, kind of content with where they're at and kind of not moving forward. Like, that's what I define basic as, like, basic level, right? Like, you have
You can't
intermediate,
use the
advanced.
word to define the word.
But I'm trying to, like, relate it to something like a game, right? The basic level is just, like...
Quick, just go on Urban Dictionary and look it up.
I'll try it out. I'll try that out.
You're drowning.
But that's how I define it. It's just someone that is willing to, like, take that step forward and kind of, like, progress.
Interesting.
I'm pretty sure that's not the same for everyone. Like, what do you guys define as basic?
I don't know. I don't go throwing that term around because I don't know what it means.
But I don't throw it around.
It sounds like you label people as basic.
Today, Urban Dictionary's word of the day, or whatever it is, I fucking love you.
Okay, so we
That's
are allowed
not
to
a
swear.
word. That's multiple words.
I know, but
forming
that's
20,
the-
what was the next one? 24 what?
The February
24-hour
13th word of
ice?
the day is 24-hour
What's
ice.
that mean?
When you are pissed at your significant other so you don't communicate them for 24 hours.
24
Wait, you have to read the quote.
I'm going to put both of you on
Yeah,
24-hour
Ryan wouldn't
ice.
stop making fun of my leather jogging pants. I think it's time for some 24-hour ice.
That's sick.
Whoa.
Incorporating that into the
Ryan fucked up.
Okay, so basic is, by Urban Dictionary's definition, is...
Which means the right definition.
the only definition. An adjective used to describe any person, place, activity involving obscenely obvious behavior, dress, action. Yeah. Unsophisticated, transparent motives. Oh. Shelby was showing off her tits for attention. Effing basic.
What?
I don't think that's how I define basic.
That's...
Let's try basic, bitch.
Wait, go back to... There was another...
A bum-ass woman who thinks she the shit, but really ain't. This sounds like it was written by a male.
Sounds like maybe someone that's basic wrote that.
Oh my god, all these quotes. If you go to urbandictionary.com for all these quotes, they're all like horrible things.
I don't know where my phone is either.
It's not in my
Okay,
pocket.
I should go check.
Which means that it could be literally anywhere in the world.
What?
Yeah, so that's what we learned today. Basic
Yeah, that was great.
taxes. Good job. Our not really first, our second guest, Garrett. Round of applause. Woo!
Well, I mean, like, first is the worst, second is the best. So that means the next one you've got
Third
to get
is the
has a...
nerd with the treasure chest.
What? Third is the one with the hairy chest. What are you talking
Treasure
about?
chest.
Where did this come from?
Excuse me.
Juice lives in a completely different world.
Google. Type in just first is the worst. See, let's get the rest.
Why is it
'Cause I
first?
think maybe Juice is wrong. Because I've never
First is the
heard it.
worst full rhyme.
I
Ready?
don't think there
First is the worst.
Oh well,
a wrong
there is.
answer.
First is the worst. Second is the best. Third ends up with a hairy chest.
Oh, yeah, I was close.
Fourth is good. Fifth is better. Sixth sleeps with a bedwetter.
Wow, I've never heard that.
Six
I've never
sleeps
gone that
with
far.
a bedwetter.
Yes,
First is worst. Second is the best.
Oh, yeah.
Third is the one with a golden chest.
No, that
Fourth
one's
goes to
wrong.
court. Fifth has to lift. And sixth is the last one with a terrible
See, golden
mix.
chest.
What the hell is that?
I don't know. I've never heard of
Clearly,
any of
the
these.
first one was the best one because it's the one that agrees with what I said.
Yeah,
So,
so it's clearly the best.
yes.
Wow.
Well, thanks
All right, thanks for tuning in.
thanks for tuning into this comfy cast. We were very comfortable.
Comfy.
Leave comments, subscribe, tune in next week. We'll have more comfy cast, right?
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Oh, you'll be back?
I don't know.
We'll
Sure.
see.
Probably
Leave a
not.
comment if you want Garrett
Why
to come
not?
back. If there's no comments, then we're still
Probably
bringing him
never,
back.
Never gonna invite me on again.
Good night.
Or good morning,
Good
good afternoon, wherever you're at. Thanks for listening, guys.
No, I have not ripped the Shades of Grey.
No, I have not.
No, I have not.
No, I have not.
Only 50 words.
You don't-
That was enough.